Hey everybody, how you going? Steve here. Welcome back to Command Centre Wargamming. So we've got some awesome epic news once again. It just doesn't stop. I know I just put up that spindle drone video from the Games Workshop newscast. It's coming in on the Blackstone Fortress box set, which I still think is going to be a new race. But we've also got heaps of new news today, including Chaos Space Marines, new Chaos Space Marines. Check that out. Now, these guys look absolutely awesome. All right, but I'll get into that a bit later. Let's just have a look at some of the other stuff that's going on with this announcement, because we've got big things going on like Chapter Approved 2018 as well. All right, which is looking fantastic as well. So what an incredible year it's been. An infestation of Nurgle demons, new Imperial Knights, rogue traders, etc. A new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. That's right, we got that one as well. And we're not even done yet. This weekend, we're at Blood and Glory, a rapidly growing event near Derby in the UK, with one of the last major studio previews of the year. And I think this is really going to be a big one, everybody. We're joining out with, we're going out with a bang and with a huge set of reveals, teasers and previews for you to sink your teeth into. Think of it as an early Christmas present. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have plenty of those. You're going to have plenty of those early Christmas presents. I've already bought like, I think I found like 3 packets of super glue, like these big packets of super glue. It was crazy. I just bought them all, just getting ready for assembly. So we'll start with Mortal Realms. So it looks like here, there's some more Warhammer Age of Sigmar stuff coming out, which is looking awesome. So let's just have a bit of a watch of this quickly. That's pretty awesome. That's certainly a teaser, to say the least. But anyway, so moving on, Beast of Legends, some more Age of Sigmar stuff, which is fantastic. Looks like we have some new chariots coming for Chaos, which is awesome, because I really like Chaos in Age of Sigmar. I'm a big fan of them, even from like the fantasy times. And here we go, Realm of Chaos. All right, so it looks like there's going to be some new demon stuff coming out, which is looking awesome. Now we've seen these. These are like Slanesh Fiends, I believe. Okay, and they're really awesome. We saw some sprues leaked for those at the start of the year. These I didn't see though. These are like, I don't know, they look like Khorne or Slaneshi things. Let's take a look at this. So, does it tell us? Yeah, so Demons of Khorne. So they look like Khorne hounds, but with sort of like these frill-neck lizard sort of things underneath them, which are pretty fantastic. I imagine these two are designed to go up against each other and counter each other. So Wrath and Rapture is a new box set that pits the bloodthirsty Demons of Khorne against their most ancient and bitter rivals, the Demons of Slanesh. Let other battle boxes that have gone before. This set will feature a load of miniatures, including exclusive new characters and units, like these ferocious flesh hounds. All right, so that's basically going on there as well. And let's just have a look at this trailer here. So, this trailer, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, wonderful. So it looks like we're going to get some Chaos versus Chaos stuff as well. So it begs a question, you know, we're going to be seeing some more demon Primarchs this year, I wonder. You know, are we going to be seeing some more Slanesh? Are we going to be seeing some more, Khorne? We're going to be seeing a Angron or a Fulgrim model. I don't know. I think it's coming. I think something's coming. Like there's rumors that Abaddon is coming as well, which I think is very, very possible. And I think, look, at the very least, I think Abaddon is definitely coming, because I mean, that model is just so out of date now. It's kind of like, you know, it's a sin for them not to release, you know, an Abaddon model at this point, because it's just so out of date. You know, it looks tiny. It's like tiny. It's like so tiny. You know, you put it up, it's like half the size of a Primaris nearly, you know. So anyway, so here we go. Chapter approved 18. Now, some of the things in here, I had a sneak peek of this before. There's obviously some new units coming, but there's also beta rules for Sisters of Battle, which is pretty fantastic. So let's look at that. Let's have a look at this trailer. It's pretty fantastic.
Oh, John, what are you reading there?
Oh, I like this new chapter approved 2018 edition. All right.
I love the 80s feel here. It's pretty cool. Sisters of Battle Golden Cadence. Yeah, very awesome. And I have a feeling, I'm wondering some of the other rules that are going to be involved in that one as well. So, you know, I'm wondering, are they going to go through and, you know, and tweak some of Gilliman's rules, point costs? You know, I still think Knights are a little bit OP, even though I play Knights and I love it. But I think the Knight Castellan just needs to come down just a tiny little bit. You know, things like that. I don't think, you know, I know the Smash Captains have been massive in the meta at the moment as well. I don't think they need to come down, but look, I think honestly, sorry, go up. I think that Knights need to go up in points, so yeah, that's what I meant to say. Oops, sorry about that. I meant Knights go up in points, not down in points. Anyway, so it looks like, yeah, so we got Sisters of Battle, beta rules. Now, I don't know, look, I don't know that we need those, you know, I don't know if it's necessary for Sisters of Battle to have their own codex. You know, but I suppose, look, I don't play them. I'm not, they don't do it for me. To be honest, I'd rather be playing Eldar or Tau, which is saying a lot. You know, look, there's Sister of Battle's players, and, you know, I mean, they've got pretty much an army range there, and, you know, one of the best heroes in the game, one of the best characters in the game is a Sisters of Battle model, so why not do it? You know, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So, now we're going to go down a little bit here. So we can see there's more of those Tau models, those Space Marine models that we had going on. It looks like there's a stratagem here. Is this this is fully fledged offers Ordos militant fictions. So this looks like a Sister of Battle warlord trait or a chapter trait. Add 1 to the strength and attacks characteristics of a model with the conviction during any turn in which it made a charge move, was charged, or performed a heroic invention. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Add 1 to the strength and add an attack. That's pretty cool. So the Adeptus Sororitas, that's Sisters of Battle. So yeah, I mean, and from they were like toughness 3, I think, from memory. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. The toughness 3, I think they had the strength of a normal Marine as well. But that +1 attacks is pretty big. That's pretty big. That's pretty decent. Okay, so that was like a chapter tactic by the looks of it, or a chapter trait. This looks like a stratagem here. So let's have a look at this teaser for the stratagem. Use this stratagem after a Seraphim squad unit from that army is set up on the battlefield using the Sky Strike ability. You can immediately shoot with that unit as if it were your shooting phase. Whoa. And for those attacks, the range of that unit's hand flamers is increased to 12. This does not prevent it from shooting again in the following shooting phase. 1 command point. Wow, that is powerful. So you can come in on your jump packs or deep strike in, you're 12 away, right? Or you can come in 9 away, you've got 12 range. Did I read that correctly? Yeah, the range of your hand flamers is 12 away. You can even come in at 12 away, and you can still be in 12, and you can flame them, and then you could do that in your movement phase. Yeah, no. So it's basically, and you just flame them, and you could do that in the shooting phase. So that's what I'm getting there. So you immediately shoot with that unit. Right, so they just shoot, and you could shoot again. So you imagine you get like, 3 squads of these ladies coming down, deep striking in with flamers, and they flame on, the first turn, and then when they come down, and then when on the shooting phase, they come down again and flame again. Like that is pretty hectic. That is pretty hectic stuff. That's kind of like the whole, 1,000 Suns, come down and flame with their warp flamers, but I imagine for a lot less points. So that's pretty awesome right there. Wow, I feel like playing Sisters of Battle now. I better start an army. So then we've got some Vigilus stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff. Look at this. I originally just got into this, wanted to make this quick video talking about the Primaris Space Marines, but the Chaos Space Marines coming out. But there's just so much stuff here. Let's just watch this video on Vigilus as well.
Astropathic transmission outgoing.
So we all know
Dominion beat
Vigilus is a new
clearance.
setting now. So.
Tribune, Gamma, Rho, Theta. Subsector, Nakmoon Command. Lords, the situation on the Bastion world of Vigilus grows yet more bleak. It can no longer evade the attention of Subsector Command, while the Nakmoon Gauntlet remains the only viable route through the Cicatrix Maledictum. The world of Vigilus remains of paramount importance. Threat. Cult uprisings of the Pauper Princes have reached critical levels. Skitarii and Adeptus Astartes forces are, as yet, unable to contain the menace. Threat. Orc warbands mass in the wastelands.
So in other words, everybody.
The size of this threat is prodigious. All estimates confirm the hives will be overrun if the Bastion-class shields fail.
And get ready for
Threat.
2 minutes.
Unconfirmed reports of Eldari warbands continue to gather. We are able to confirm material losses only. Subsector Command requests. Subsector Command insists on reinforcements. The Nihilist Gate must not fall.
Pretty sweet. I love that whole aliens text thing, alien, with the little voice, the Nostramo kind of narration. Anyway, it's definitely very cool there, very awesome. Scrolling down a little bit, then we have some Necromunda news. All right, so then there's a new faction coming out, some new models coming out for Necromunda by the looks of it. The House of Delaque, I think that's how you pronounce it, but let me know if I'm wrong. These guys, I like these guys. They kind of look a little bit like those guys from that movie Dark City. I think they were called The Artists or something like that. There was like Mr. Hand, Mr. Quick, Mr. Ball or whatever, and they went around changing the city, and they were in these like black trench coats, and it was pretty awesome. I'm really liking these models. I reckon I'd sort of proxy these in for some cultists as well. I often do that, like with my Chaos armies. Like what I do is I have, I don't have all cultists because I find that gets, like, as in the model, I find that gets a little bit boring. So I have, some normal cultists, and I have some Necromunda models in there as well, just to like make it look a little bit more interesting. I check with the players first, my opponent, to make sure they're good with it, but I've never had an issue. So anyway, let's have a look at this one quickly, this trailer here. Very cool. I might just do that there. I'm not in the Command Centre today, so the internet's a little bit choppy. So yeah, that's looking fantastic. But if you want to watch it properly, just head over there. It's go to the Warhammer community website as well. So all right, here we have some new Necromunda books, some Night Vault stuff. Not really going to cover that in here. I mean, there's just so much. I can't cover it all in this video. All right, and some new kill team stuff going on here. A new deck builder. Now I'm not sure about this. Yeah, it's Warhammer Underworlds, I suppose. So it's not that app. Is this that app that they brought out like halfway through last year, which was like shocking, which didn't even work? Everyone's complaining about. Warhammer Hero stuff going on. Podcasts. The community is going to be doing podcasts there. And here we go. So now we get into the awesome stuff. Okay. So here we have, there's a new Primaris model being released. Yes, again. Now apparently this is an event exclusive Space Marine, so he's only available at one of their events as well. So it's not like the previous ones where where they just install Warhammer Day, Warhammer Birthday, Store Manager Day, Primaris Ultramarine Day. Okay, so it's actually you have to go to one of the events as well. First previewed at Adepticon, and will only be available at independently run Warhammer events next year. So this is for 2019, I take it. And, I'd say some of their events would be in store as well, so you might be able to catch it now over there as well. But I don't know, look, I love Primaris Marines. I really do. I love Primaris. But it's kind of just like, I don't know, like as much as I love them, I think they're awesome. This has been like, what, the fifth in a row now? The fifth Primaris Marine in a row that they've done. And like, it's Ultramarine as well. And now I play Ultramarines. I'm like a Smurf. And I have many armies. I have like, all of them, I think, except for, I think, Dark Eldar, which I actually want to build up. And, but like, just look at this. I mean, it's a fantastic model, but, couldn't they have made it like a Dark Angel or something, switched it up a little bit? I mean, they could have at least switched it up a little bit, So, anyway, whatever. It is what it is, and it looks cool. I guess you could just paint it whatever color that you wanted, really. So, that would be awesome. If you wanted it a Dark Angel, you could paint it a Dark Angel, I suppose. And they did have those Blood Angels. I think it was the Blood Angel Lieutenant that came out like once, with the Blood Angel release, which was also a cool model. But also like the thing they're doing with the helmets these days, like they're thinking a little bit more about the poses as well. Like the last model, he had like the helmet, like the visor covering half of his face. And he's kind of looking down, he's got that grizzled veteran look about him. He's got the grey hair, he's elite, he's the captain. So just going down, yeah, cool model. And look, we've got the Blackstone Fortress stuff. This is covered in one of my other videos, so you can check that out in there. Here is a box set. Here is the box set, like a quick preview of the box set. Let me see if I can go and zoom in a little bit for you on this. As far as it's going to let me do it. I'll just cop the cookies notification. Doesn't matter if you click those or not. The fact of the matter is when you go to the website, you automatically get the cookies anyway, whether you accept them or not. So I just don't click it. But anyway, or maybe I'll click it later. So yeah, looking around here, there's some cool stuff here. I mean, I can see those drones up in the background, those spindle drones, which I believe they're going to make a new race out of. There's some other things around here. It's hard to make out exactly what's going on. I feel it was like chaos. I could definitely see a chaos banner to the right hand side there. And there's something else. It looks to be like some kind of like Terminator or new Terminator or something, or some kind of power suit just here. So it looks like there's your drones. All right, there are your drones. This looks like a Chaos Warband. Pretty sure that's like our new Chaos Space Marines. I would call them Chaos Primaris Marines, but they're not Primaris, so which I think is awesome. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a good game. Be good to review that. Good to play that. We've got some looks like some new Eldar models going on. And what looks to be a new Inquisitor or a Ministorum priest, actually. Thaddeus the Purifier, who is a zealot. He believes he is following visions given to him by the Emperor himself. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, and here we are. Here it is, the big news. Chaos Space Marines. Finally, we have some badass Chaos Space Marines that match up to the new Primaris line. Now, I was wondering what they were going to do with these guys. We knew that there were going to be some Chaos Space Marines rocking out, okay? But I was wondering, like, what were they going to do with them? Because obviously, it would have been a bit crazy to just have them look exactly like Primaris and then, you know, or give them horns. And what I think they've done with this is exactly what I think they should have done, which was just get the old tactical Marines, the old Chaos Space Marine look, and just buff them up to be, you know, more in proportion with the Primaris line. But, you know, I think it's awesome too because it fits within the fluff because, you know, it doesn't make sense that, you know, Chaos would have their own technology, all this new technology. You know, they're still kind of like using a lot of the old, outdated technology because they're, you know, their research programs aren't as advanced and things like that. And, you know, we all know we had that story where, you know, the Primaris Marines were hidden on Mars, you know, by the Mechanicus guy, like for like what, how many, you know, thousands of years, and they were waiting for the time, and which I actually think is pretty bad fluff. But look, that's the story they gave us. But you can't have that again. Like, it's just ridiculous to have that again for the Chaos Space Marines. And so I just think that, you know, you can tell they're larger models, they're beefier models, and I think they just nailed this on the head. They've still got the kind of aggressive sort of Darth Vader sort of grill here on their face. Pretty much, look, if it wasn't for the like size of him, and like they're a little bit stockier, I think, but they pretty much just look like Chaos Space Marines, but buffed up on steroids, you know? So, you know, you got a little bit of a skull there going on. And again, look, you know, so we've got the horns, but the horns are a little bit more compact. The horns are a little bit more stout, which is fine as well, which I think is all right. And I think maybe the helmet sort of takes that sort of bulkier, rounder appearance that you'd expect to see from a Primaris model. And these are Chaos Undivided, so they look like Black Legion, but I reckon it'd be pretty cool to see some of these, you know, in Alpha Legion, in Khorne, like, you know, which I'm sure they're going to do a little bit of custom variation in the models there, you know, per warband. All right, so yeah, and look, I think Abaddon's coming for sure. Honestly, Abaddon is definitely coming. I think we might get Abaddon, and then we might get maybe a new Loyalist Primarch, like either Leman Russ or the Lion, I'm thinking. I don't think they'd go with someone like Khan, you know, because, you know, they could, but I'm pretty sure that it's still pretty early in the Primarch release stages and he is a bit of a lesser Primarch, you know. I reckon it'd be awesome to maybe even see Vulcan come back. I think that'd be a pretty epic surprise. But no. You can tell by the way Games Workshop, you know, the way they introduce things to us. And it was the same with the Spindle Drone, with the last bit of news I did. The Spindle Drone, you know, I'm damn certain that's going to be a new race at some point. These guys, you know, this is just, I could just see Abaddon the Despoiler just like sitting between two of these gentlemen, and you know, just like with his mad, you know, claw of the demon or whatever it was, I can't remember now. And yeah, you know, that would look fantastic. And then if they had, because they've got to have another Loyalist Primarch in there, because they've got to balance it up. You can't have like three, you know, Chaos Primarchs and then just have, you know, Gilliman, Robbie G, like smacking them up with the Emperor's Sword for another year. So what I think they're going to do, Abaddon and another Loyalist Primarch, and I reckon early 2018 they're going to probably do another Chaos Demon. My money's on Fulgrim. You know, rumor has it that the models have been done for Fulgrim and Angron, but my money's on Fulgrim because again they're releasing that Slaneshi stuff. Anyway, check it out. I've got this is the glue I was talking about before. So I went through, I've already stocked up on super glue, ready for those Forge World kits and everything. I found those in a junk shop about half an hour, 40 minutes ago, and basically, like 30 cents each. I thought that was fantastic. So I was like, yoink, I'm getting some of those. Decent